Exactly 1 week to go until Election Day, when ballots start being tabulated. A palpable sense of anxiety has gripped the nation, given the narratives being espoused by both sides. Take Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden on Sunday. That was a broad display of grievance and insults.
Under Kamala, America is a sanctuary for criminals and for illegal aliens that are in our country illegally. I will immediately ban all sanctuary cities in the United States. Kamala's gross incompetence disqualifies her from being president of the United States of America. She is grossly incompetent. She's unfit for office. Everyone knows it. No one respects her. No one trusts her. No one takes her seriously. Everyone knows she is a very low IQ individual.
An average of national polling tells a story. Harris with a slim edge, 48.1% to Trump's 46.7%, while the battleground states reflect a similar picture, with Trump either slightly ahead or Harris with a tiny advantage, all within the polls' margin of error, meaning no one can say for certain how this will go, adding to the urgency on both sides.
We are all here because we are fighting for a democracy and for the right of people to be heard and seen. We're not about the enemy within. We know we are all in this together. That's what we are fighting for. So much is on the line in this election, and this is not 2016 or 2020. We can all see that Donald Trump is even more unstable and more unhinged, and now he wants unchecked power. And this time, there will be no one there to stop him.
As key Democratic surrogates continue to make Trump the centerpiece of their campaign.
I hope you'll forgive me if I'm a little frustrated that some of us are choosing to ignore Donald Trump's gross incompetence while asking Kamala to dazzle us at every turn. I hope that you'll forgive me if I'm a little angry that we are indifferent to his erratic behavior, his obvious mental decline, his history as a convicted felon, a known slumlord, a predator found liable for sexual abuse. All of this while we pick apart Kamala's answers from interviews that he doesn't even have the courage to do, y'all.
A need to get out the vote felt on both sides of the political divide, given the coin toss this election outcome currently appears to be heading towards.
There's a lot of people out there who need to vote for President Trump. Okay, so this is a real battle. This is a real election battle. So you need to get friends and family to vote. Make sure they vote early. This is important.
Among the over 46 million early voters so far in this election cycle, President Biden, who cast his ballot in his home state of Delaware Monday, asked here to comment on the rhetoric emanating from the Trump campaign.
It's simply embarrassing. It's beneath any president, but that's what we're getting used to. That's why this election is so important. You know, most of the presidential scholars I've spoken to talk about the single most consequential thing about a president's character. And he puts that in question every time he opens his mouth.
Not so for Trump's legion of supporters, who've remained loyal despite his legal woes, including indictments for seeking to illegally overturn the election result that he lost to Biden 4 years ago.
I came out here because I think Trump is the only presidential candidate that has the American people's best interest at heart, and I support him 100%.
I came here today because the Garden, President Trump, he says he wants to end the war in Ukraine, and that's me.
Or those hoping Harris prevails.
This election is very monumental. The possibility that he might win concerns me greatly. He is not a fit leader for our state, for our country, As we've seen from his first presidential term, things did not end up well. He continues to say things that are incorrect. So it really worries me, but I do have hope that Kamala Harris is going to win and that there will be a more prominent Democrat turnout.
As the Democratic nominee makes a key pitch to voters later Tuesday night. Harris will use the same backdrop that Trump used almost 4 years ago when he riled up a mob of his supporters who violently invaded the U.S. Congress on January 6, 2021, while it was certifying Joe Biden's election victory. She'll do so to emphasize the view that her opponent is a threat to democracy, while countering what she believes to be his dark vision of America with a message infused with optimism and hope. But whether it will move the needle in her favor, even slightly, remains an open question, with betting markets, unlike the polls, now giving Trump an above 60% chance of prevailing next week. Shervin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.